3, 2, 1, rush! You know what that's from?
No.
Did you ever play any of the Rush games on N64? San Francisco Rush,
Nope.
Rush 2. All right, see ya.
No. Goodbye forever.
It's been a great episode. What's going on? It's another Talk Tuesday. It is still the Experience Point. It is still me. It is still loading podcast. How's it going? Juice?
Well, I was really good, and then I just noticed my copy of I was going to share that I got for my birthday last week. My wife got me a copy of Final Fantasy 16.
Nice.
Beautiful, right? I just found out the case is busted.
Well, sounds like someone...
Wow.
Wait for it. Cracked the case.
That wasn't a good one. That pun didn't work this time. There was no mystery.
It didn't work. Someone cracked the case.
There had to be a mystery. There was no mystery for that.
Maybe the lack of mystery was the mystery. Give me something here.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. I'm sorry that your thing got busted. That sucks.
I'm really bummed about that. I was gonna talk about it, and then not like talk about it, but just be like, "Hey, look at this!" And now I'm kind of like, "Mer, mer."
No, I don't want to show it off because it's.
I mean, it's just a jewel case. I can always get another one.
Yeah, that's totally fine, Jimmy. So maybe the mystery was the friends we made along the way.
There we go.
Speaking.
Side note: I can't see chat tonight because of my internet being so shit. So,
yeah.
Just side note for anyone in chat: don't think I'm ignoring you. I just can't see it.
Well, everyone's going nuts right now in chat saying, "Oh my God, Joss is ignoring us. We hate you. We're going to all unfollow you." Now I have negative 76 followers on Twitch.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, we just shut it down. Shut it all down. May as well quit. I was going to say something about what we were just talking about. Oh, the friends we made along the way. Have we talked about the thing with Oda-san, the creator of One Piece, writing what the One Piece is and sinking it into the ocean?
No, I don't think so, because I don't pay attention to One Piece at all.
Well, so it's 1,200 episodes in, and the manga's even farther, and there's still... Nobody knows like what the One Piece is. Like the title, the titular, and depending on how far you go into that show, emphasis on tit, because those proportions on those women just keep getting more and more. Like it started off kind of like hourglass shape, and then it got into like full on like just two triangles. At touching points at each other. Their waists are like as thin as my arm. No one knows what the One Piece is, the actual One Piece. I mean, he has said that it is a treasure and it is a physical object, and then it is not the friends we made along the way, because that would be a huge cop out. Everyone would hate that, and then we would riot. But I mean, at that point, who cares? Because it's over. Like we're already invested. And apparently, to prove that it was a real thing, he was like, okay, he went and wrote it physically on a piece of paper what it was and put it in a little treasure chest and sunk it to the bottom of the ocean. And people are already trying to find it, which is such a cool like meta, like where people are out there right now literally trying to find the One Piece in the ocean. Like that's so cool. I hate it, but it's also cool. No, I got the hiccups.
I don't know why that makes me so upset. It feels so unnecessary. Like just keep it too close to your vest. Like I don't know. Like people are gonna be mad no matter what. And the fact that like I don't know. I have so little patience for One Piece, and at least tonight I can't say. But for some reason, I just like. I don't know. It's 1,200 episodes in. Make up your goddamn mind and finish it, for fuck's sake. Like, holy shit.
I know. I love it with most of my heart, but still, it is too damn long. It is too damn long. Well,
and it's like I don't like when something is that big. It's not like it's a comic book where like you can just jump in almost wherever because there's different and stuff like. I understand there's arcs and stuff, but like there's an overarching story throughout this whole 1,200 episode run. Correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's like in as much as
like
the Naruto story is.
Talking myself, I'm not going to start at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. It's there is a through line in as much as like the Naruto story is like he wants to be the Hokage, Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates, and then everyone on his crew has like a separate dream that they want to attain. And so it's like in that adventure, they want to find the One Piece, which is the greatest treasure of all time, and whoever finds it is the king of the pirates. So that's like in the adventure to do that. There's like individual arcs where they'll be at a certain island for a while, stuff happens, or they'll be on the sea or whatever. So yeah, you would probably miss out on like some really key character development if you just jumped in anywhere. But the arcs, I think, are supposed to kind of be like somewhat of a fresh start each time. But yeah, anyone
still too damn long.
I know, and I was gonna say anyone out there who has any desire whatsoever to watch One Piece, just either wait until this fall, because apparently they're already doing a reboot of the anime of the show that's not even done yet. They're doing like a truncated version, I guess, called The One Piece. Or watch, there's something called One Pace, which is like a cut down version that cuts out all the bullshit, and it's a much faster watch. It's a good thing we aren't doing yearly quests because I would consider no.
Dude,
you have time for 1,200 episodes of anime.
I haven't even. After the few hours I've played of Nier Replicant, I haven't touched it for like 3 weeks at this point.
Oh man. Well, that's okay. You're already ahead of me because I haven't played Ratchet yet, which I'll probably do so tomorrow, unless I play Shenmue to make up for not playing it Monday because it was.
How dare you? Because Jimmy Doom, which I believe he's in chat based off what you said earlier, he has played and beaten Ratchet and Clank since we first challenged each other to all this.
Wow, is Jimmy Doom streaming 4 days a week though?
No, he's not.
I know. So he has more time. I wanted to.
But you could have played on one of those streams.
I know. I wanted to beat.
I'm just busting your balls. It's fine.
No, I know. I one of these times, like every week, I'm like, okay, this Wildcard Wednesday, I'm gonna start Ratchet and Clank, and then something happens on Monday to push Shenmue to Wednesday because I don't want to just like stop playing Shenmue. But I very well may start Ratchet tomorrow, or play Shenmue. I'm not sure because I played a Star Wars game yesterday for May the 4th. Speaking of, happy belated May the 4th, and also happy Revenge of the 5th. All those who celebrate.
Wouldn't it be Revenge of the 6th? Because that's 6 is closer to Sith.
Yeah, maybe that's. I forget what the one for 5 is then.
I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Star Wars, like Marvel, Star Wars out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. There's so
there's less Star Wars.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really good Star Wars content coming out in terms of like the shows. We're watching the Darth Maul show right now, which is fucking rad so far. Andor, which I know it's a couple years out of Andor, but oh my god,
I've heard that's very good.
It's incredible. It's one of the best. It's just one of the best shows of all time. You like forget that it's Star Wars because there's no lightsabers, there's no force, it's just a grounded, boots on the ground, like semi like espionage kind of. It's about like fighting fascism like at a grassroots level. Jimmy says Ratchet's making him appreciate the genre of platforming that he missed out on. And you've been on a platform kick because of it. Nice. Yeah, maybe when I play this, I'll finally go back and play like a Jack and Daxter or a freaking Sly Cooper because I never got into those. But yeah.
Jack 1 is pretty good. Jack 2 and 3 is very rough around the edges.
Oh
Just a
yeah.
heads up.
That's what you're telling me. Oh, Keaton's in chat too. What's up, Keaton? How you are? How you are? See, I'm already
Hey,
talking like
what's up,
Yoda
Keaton?
for Star Wars Day. How you are today? You should try Sly Cooper. Now, Keaton, do you like it because he's a furry, or because it's a good game, or both? Because let's be real here. No, I have played Sly Cooper. I should say, like, on and off at like friends or cousins' houses who had PS2s. Seeing an ad for medical school students let Google AI make you a quiz to train you. Oh, I don't like that. That is terrifying. I read all those chats out of order, by the way. Sorry. I'm feeling Liz Dexic tonight. Both, definitely both.
What? What does Liz Dexic mean?
It's saying dyslexic with if you have dyslexia. Oh, big convention this weekend. Nice.
There you go.
Which one is that? I know it's not Anthrocon because that's.
Is it the one that you volunteer for, Keaton?
Ooh, yeah.
He volunteers for one in Atlanta.
Oh, not Dragon Con. Maybe it's Dragon Con. I don't know.
Con. It's a furry convention. I just don't know what the name of it is.
Furry Weekend Atlanta. Is Dragon Con not a furry convention? Oh, but Keaton also volunteers for Dragon Con. Wow. Damn.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. I've been meaning to. I keep hearing that Dragon Con is great. There's not a zero chance, speaking of Star Wars. Dragon Con is just all pop culture. Okay. There's not a zero chance, and maybe I shouldn't put this out there yet to jinx it. But the chances are not zero that Polisa and I go to Star Wars Celebration next year in LA. One, because, I mean, it's fucking Star Wars Celebration, and it's awesome and one of the best times I ever had. But two, it'll be the 50th anniversary of Star Wars next year, which just, like, my mind. I cannot believe that's existed for that long. Like, holy shit. So
70s.
77,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be off the chain. The guests are going to be nuts. It's going to probably be... I should probably, like, start looking into hotels now. Or actually, no. I keep forgetting that I have an uncle that lives in San Diego. And while it was a pain to drive an hour from San Diego to LA every day of the con, and also extra days to go to Disney, it was probably much cheaper than paying for a hotel.
Probably.
But yeah, we're thinking about it. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to see what our finances look like. Like, it would definitely be like a saving up thing, but that's what I did last time I went, and I just paid off the first of 2 credit cards I used to take that trip. So
wow.
Yeah. Don't ask me what year it was that I went, because it's been too long. It was 2022. So it will have been 5 years since I went, and I've been wanting to go every year, especially last year because it was in freaking Tokyo. So, although actually I don't know if I would
honestly traveling to Tokyo probably would be traveling to Tokyo is probably cheaper than San Diego.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know if I would want to take time out of a Tokyo trip to do a convention that I could do here, But
God, I want to go to Japan so bad.
I know, me too. My whole freaking TikTok feed is just all trying to go to Japan, trying to move to Japan. I'm like, yes, but I can't afford to. But who knows? Anyway, aside from all of the Star Wars content that you watched yesterday, I'm sure, for Star Wars Day on May the 4th, how was your week?
None. I had a pretty damn good week. Actually, yesterday was a great day.
Nice.
My daughter and I, but like, most days are like usually good, but like, there's a couple temper tantrums because she's 5 once again, like she's still learning. Yesterday it was just all good vibes the whole day. The whole day was just good vibes.
Hell yeah.
It was great. She was so well behaved. I was well behaved. What I mean by that is I the times that she got frustrated at something, I did not let my emotions, like I did not let her being frustrated at something bother me, which that's it shouldn't, but as someone as a parent, like when you're watching a kid start having a screaming match with a pillow because they're trying to build a pillow fort and the pillow's not fucking standing up. I'm like, kid, it's not designed to stand up. That way it's a pillow.
Right.
You can't help but get a little mad when you see someone screaming at a pillow trying to do something the pillow was never intended to do.
Right.
So
You're
that's
also like,
very easy to lose your patience at that.
Yeah,
but
and I'm sure you're probably also like, this is not important. Like, wait until you have to deal with real life shit. Oh,
yeah, but I have to keep in mind, like, it is important to her because that, by comparison, that is the biggest, like, that is a problem in her world. So, like, it's, life will collective. I don't need to force perspective on her. So, it's all good. But yeah, so yesterday was just awesome. Just a great day. No particular reason. Nothing like phenomenal happened. Had a good podcast recording session late. My daughter was in good spirits. Thursday night, if you don't mind me jumping into an experience real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
Thursday night, awesome. So, Jimmy Doom and I hung out in person.
Yes, we were talking about this a little bit yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
He was saying it was like a D&D
there's
like
a
mixer.
D&D. Yeah, it was like a local D&D cafe. I shouldn't say local. It's local within driving distance, I should say, but a D&D cafe that invited me. They actually DM'd me on Instagram because I've been there a few times with my daughter and talked to them about my podcast. They follow me, I follow them, and the owner, one of the co-owners of it, Liz, DM'd me and said, "Hey, we're doing this. Would you be interested?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." And basically, what it was, I had no idea what it was because it was called Journey to Nerdvana, and I'm like, "What the fuck is like?" Are you calling it Nerdvana as just like just an event, like it's just meant to be metaphorical, like look at all this nerdy stuff. So what it actually was, there was like a anti slash trade-in shop slash not like a, I'd say the closest, the store was called Errant Artifacts. So I would say it was like antiques ish, but it was collectibles. That's a better for it. And apparently they just own a specific like nerd section of the shop. That's why it was called Journey to Nerdvana. They called it Nerdvana. And when we got there, what it was that they had a whole bunch of stuff. The dude, the guy who owns the shop was really nice. His name was Chris, collects coins and all this other stuff. But then they had a separate room that was filled with old school D&D top RPG manuals, like the 70s through like some of the original prints of some of these like modules and stuff like that. They also had a ton of comic books. They also had like I posted it on Instagram. There was a picture of like these Marvel comic posters that had like under a black light they would like glow, like they would glow in the dark type of thing.
Nice.
And they're apparently really rare. Like the guy found them at like some type of yard sale or an estate sale or something like that. I forget what he said. He said where he found it. I forget exactly where he said, but he got he got him for like crazy cheap. And yeah, so now he hangs them up there, but really cool shop. And it was just like a little mixer. It was just a bunch of nerds coming together, hanging out here. And Jimmy and I met some really cool people. We met a dude named Dan, these guys, Dan and Joel, who like run sessions, like they run D&D campaigns at the D&D shop, at the D&D cafe. And we've connected with them. They're very nice. I actually gonna probably get some of them on my podcast for when I've been trying to do like a D&D episode for a while. Have not gotten around to doing it. I was gonna do it for like either last year or like the year before it for like D&D's 50th anniversary. but I kind of dropped the ball with that. But yeah, so we hung out with them and just we it started at like what 7:30. We probably walked over a little after 7:30. And then Jimmy and I were there till like 11 o'clock, just
Wow.
like shooting the shit. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was so much fun. And actually, I can show you some of the stuff. They gave you a ton of stuff in the goodie bags.
Ooh.
I totally forgot to like bring the goodie bag with me. I don't know why I didn't think of it. So just give me one quick second.
Sure.
I'm gonna grab some stuff real quick. Yeah. So hold on one moment.
Sure. I don't know if you still have your headphones in or not, but Jimmy was saying it was like a very low stakes, no expectations, which was cool. I'm gonna assume you took the headphones out though. How is it almost 9 o'clock already?
Okay.
What the hell?
All right. So
Jimmy was saying it was like just super chill and like really low stakes and like no expectations and just like
yes,
super easy, barely an inconvenience.
it was a lot, and they had free food. It was really cool, free food and
My
drink.
favorite kind.
Jimmy got some really nice bourbon, I think, from the owner of the store.
Nice.
Like not like a bottle. He was able to get a drink, like a cup of it, type
Yeah.
of thing, or like a bit of it. But yeah, so tons of stuff came with it. So I guess I'll start with the things that I got from, because we got two little goodie bags. We got like a little goodie box from the D&D cafe, which I don't. Yeah, it's called the Parlor Tabletop and Tome. Great name for a shop, by the way.
Yeah, I like
really
that.
cool name.
Jimmy also says, dude gave me a generous pour for a Thursday. That's the way to do it. So Jimmy was feeling a little toasty on the way out of there, it sounds like.
Some cool little stickers, right? Like
Nice.
a little. This is like a D20 with like mushrooms growing on it.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
cool.
Yeah, and like just cool like little monster things, and then this one's just a cool little dragon. So I'm going from like least interesting to most interesting on the scale there. Then I would say this cool little pin where it says "You certainly can try," and it's got like the Grim Reaper.
Nice.
You certainly can. I do this. You certainly can try.
Certainly try.
A little 3D printed figurine, and it's like a fox in a cape with a sword, and it even has like
Nice.
a little. This is like a stump. Like this looks like wood. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but
Yeah.
it's got like a wood grain. Like it would be a stump that you would see in the woods type of thing. And this guy was like on top of it.
That's awesome.
And that kind of cool. Like really like
Yeah,
crazy
I
amount
like
of
that.
detail in the 3D printing. And then the last thing from the parlor, you might have seen already. This is a handcrafted D20.
Ooh. Handcrafted, like what? The mold was made? They like put the resin in the thing?
Yeah, you can tell too because the corners are like sharp.
Oh, nice.
Ish, like they're pointy.
Yeah.
And there's a cool little design. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a deer or something for the 20 slot on the
yeah.
opposite one,
Barely.
and the front it's like their logo type of thing.
Nice.
I know it's really hard there. That's a little bit easier to see because I'm angling
Yeah.
it down. So that was some of the cool stuff that they gave at the shop. It was just some little knickknacks and whatnot. Then we went to the store, the Errant Artifacts, and I was surprised by some of the stuff they gave. The strangest thing they gave was a collectible trading card pack, like like a booster pack
Yeah.
for I guess horror movies. Boris Karloff is on the front of this.
What? Boris 3. That's so funny. Also,
I don't know. I like how it's 7 cards per pack. 7 cards per pack. All Prism cards from Comic Images. Look up special crime cards. My favorite thing on here, though, right there, it says adult oriented. I don't know what that means.
oh.
What do you mean by adult oriented?
I hope they're sterile. Polisa
Right.
says hi, by the way. She's joining from work.
Hi, Polisa.
Adult oriented? Like,
And I I don't know, dude. I have no idea.
Gotta fuck them all.
It very very strange.
Yeah, that's funny.
Gotta fuck 'em all.
Boris 3. I thought Boris 1 and 2 were better, but I do respect Boris 3.
And then they gave us both Jimmy, because both Jimmy and I got the packages of this, or like little gift bags. I mean, I guess this is like an old tabletop. Jimmy, you know about this than I do, so feel free to shout it out in the chat. It's an old tabletop RPG magazine called Dragon Magazine.
Oh, wait, I feel like have we talked about this before? Probably not, because I imagine this is the first time you went to this thing and got one of these.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it prior
to this. It looks so like lovingly old school, like 70s, 80s fantasy.
That's, you know what? I didn't even, so I can tell you the price of this. This is issue number 148. It was $3.50.
Oh, Jimmy says it's the Nintendo power of TTRPGs.
Try to open it. Oh, actually, can I? Okay. There we go. Hold on. Let's see. Is it? I haven't even taken it out of its sleeve. Oh, it does have advertisements for like D&D on the back, and wow, there's like cards in here. Look at this. Hold on.
Whoa.
Like this is like a cardstock paper.
Old school. And you ruined all the value.
Look at the wall of text too, man. It was already open.
No. They go for like 15, 20 a piece, Jimmy says. Okay. I mean, that's not nothing.
No. I'm just trying to see. August 1989. This issue was August 1989.
Oh my God, that's right after you and I were born.
Yes, it's like 5 months after I was born.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's just crazy. All right, if I can get, there we go. Got that back. So let me put this over here. So the other stuff, there's 2 other things that we got from the collectible shop. Mm-hmm. One, he gave us a little pouch of coins. Like this is wheat pennies, silver nickels, buffalo nickels.
Wow.
Stuff like that. Just kind of like a cool little pouch of like.
Get it?
Well, like some of these are, I mean, like, I get it.
Dimes like the coin.
Like worth more than pennies.
I know you got it, but
anyway,
there's a delay, which is just making it even more awkward and funny. But do you get it, though?
Okay. Anyway. So, the last thing that he got, that I got, I don't know if, I think, let me know if you got one in yours. An original figurine or like tabletop RPG, 1979.
Whoa!
It's like a metal. I don't know if it's or not. Wash my hands after this.
If it's what?
But it's a little figurine, 1970 lead. It could be pewter or lead. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm keeping it in. It was not in a bag when I got it, so I put it in the styrofoam bag that the 3D printed Fox came in, because I don't know if this is lead or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1979. Like, I wish my camera was better. The detail on this thing is insane.
I bet. We were negative 10 years old.
Like,
Keith also says that's a relic.
Yes.
Seriously.
It's so cool, man. Like there's like, so this right here is a wing, and you can see the feather.
Whoa!
Like there's individual feathers on here. It's cool. Wild.
Huh. I have 2 great really cool segues after this, and I don't know where to go first. That's cool, though.
But yeah, it was a great time, man. We had so much fun. Unrelated, I will. Little bit personal, nothing like we. It's like I realized, like, just something that I would want to share in public. But yeah, just so much fun. It was one of the best nights I've had in a long time. And Jimmy was telling me afterwards, like he needed that. So like I was with him, I really needed a night out, and it was just so like revitalizing. It gave me that feel of like convention, right, and being able to be amongst your peers
Yeah.
and hang out and shoot the shit. So it was awesome, great time.
That's awesome. You're cutting out a little bit, but I got the gist. Really cool, like third space energy. Jimmy says needed to pal around and just talk shop, going full nerd. Yeah, yeah. That's why I love conventions, because you can just like, whatever you're gonna say, someone's gonna get the reference more than likely. At a convention or something like this. Like, I love that. That's super cool. I've been. We were talking yesterday. And Jimmy was in my stream. Obviously, we're talking Star Wars. We're talking Star Wars RPGs. When we're talking just like RPGs in general, and I've just been dying to play one again. Like, we were doing our Golden Rot that we were broadcasting here sometimes, which was super cool and ended on a ridiculous cliffhanger. So I'm dying to get back into that. But I would also love to just get into like a fantasy world again and just roll some dice and tell some stories. Like, it's so fun. Jimmy was like, everyone was telling stories.
It was a damn good time, man.
At this thing, and like everyone was just telling these made up stories, but that were real to them. And I liked how you worded that, Jimmy, because it is real to. It's not, none of it's real. It's just all telling make believe stories, but it is so real, like to you, like you experienced it together, and it's something that you bonded and connected over. That's so cool.
Well, like it's the lie that tells the truth, right? Like that's what these types of stories are. Like they're not true, they're a lie, but they tell a truth, a personal truth for you. So that's why they're real. It's the lie that tells the truth.
Nice. Well, I have two.
Stole that from Kevin Smith.
Oh, nice. Did you see the clip that I sent you of? I guess they just had him on. They just did a joke about him on Family Guy, and he shared it. Where he was like, and now Kevin Smith, who used to be fat but now looks like an old witch, stole his soul, or something like that. And it just cuts to him, like skinny him, and he just like waves. Which I love that he doesn't talk, because like Silent Bob. I thought that was funny. He just has this like sunken face in this big oversized hockey jersey. God, that show should have ended way long ago. But every now and then I'll find something that makes me laugh. But anything Kevin Smith that comes across my feed, I'm like, oh, gotta send that to Josh. But I have two things that I experienced recently that are directly related to what you just talked about, which is kind of wild. I'll start with the lead thing first. You talked about like having lead poisoning from this old figurine. They, I guess, came to replace our front door today because they found lead paint in it, and I was like, how? What century do we live in now that like there's lead paint in our doors? So they came and they just ripped everyone's front doors out. Like, you were just here not last weekend, but the weekend before, and it was like, oh wait, was it last weekend? No. Has it been 2 weeks now?
It was last weekend.
Whoa.
Was it last? Yes, because it wasn't this past weekend, like literally like 2 days ago, but it was like a little over a week ago, like a week 3 days ago now that I was over. Yeah,
that's why I was like, it doesn't feel like 2 weeks, but yeah, it's 2 weekends ago. But anyway, but yeah, so you were here, you saw like, there's a bunch of the apartments in a line, and they just like ripped all of them out, and we're like, but you cannot leave because we're gonna put up a oh, thanks, Keaton. Keaton doing the math. It's been about 10 days. They're like, we're putting up plastic sheeting to cover up the entire like entryway, so you can't leave while we're doing this. And I was like, how? This was like 9 a.m. And they were like, how? I was like, how long is this going to take? And they're like, a few hours. And they weren't done until like 2 p.m. today. So I just like, I took a photo of them like putting the plastic sheeting up, and I just sent it to my work's like Slack. And like, obviously I'm a freelancer, so like I tell them when I'm available, but I've gotten into a rhythm of they know when to expect me around the office. And I was I was like, I'm currently held hostage in my home by a thin sheet of plastic and several wiry Amish teenagers. I don't think I'm going to make it into the office today. Because they also sent, like, children to do it, which is just wild to me. And so, and they were drilling and ripping shit out, and just, like, I was like, how, like, obviously, I'm not a carpenter. I don't know how long this stuff takes, but there was a lot of power tools happening. First of all, I was like, are you guys allowed to use electricity? Secondly, I think they can if it's for work. And secondly, I was like, I hope you're wearing respirators down there if you're worried about this lead paint. Like,
were these Amish kids?
Yeah, they were very super Amish. Like very thick accent.
I don't remember. I don't know if you told me that. You just said they were young.
Oh,
unless I missed it.
I said wiry Amish teenagers because that's how I worded it in my message to my team. And
okay.
Yeah, I was like, what? And so we knew they were coming today, but I just wasn't expecting, like, you know, the entire schoolhouse, the single room schoolhouse to show up and rip all these doors out. But so I was like, should we be concerned about the lead? I mean, I haven't been, like, you know, lead paint boomer staring as far as I can tell. So I think we're okay as so far as now. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. I was like, we are currently trapped in the house. And we were like, oh, okay, well, we were going to order some lunch. And I was like, I think we have to wait until they're done because, like, we can't. And we're up. Those who don't know, Josh, you were just here. So, like, my back door, we're not on the first floor. So we're up on the second floor. So, like, I could have just jumped off the balcony or had, if I ordered DoorDash or something, been like, can you go around back and, like, I'll just, like, I don't know, let down, like, a little basket, like it's a
send a dumbwaiter
Rapunzel,
send a dumbwaiter down,
right? Or even a smart one, you know, like Rapunzel let my hair down and, you know, Jack Skellington with the little basket, but we just waited for them to be done, and then we ordered some delicious. We ordered from a really good, like, traditional Mexican place around here, forgetting that it was Cinco de Mayo, and then we're surprised when it took, like, an hour and a half to get here, even though it's, like, 2 minutes up the road. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I was like, oh my god, I forgot what day it is. They're probably swamped. But they have real freaking good tacos. On the other note,
I'm actually not a huge Mexican food fan. I like it well enough, but like, I don't know. It's always been just kind of middle of the road for me.
You gotta get, like, a good. When I got, like, fish tacos on the beach in San Diego, or if you go to a place that, like, when you go in there and no one speaks English, like, that's how you know. Like, there's just a certain taste to, like, American tacos.
Well, I've had good Mexican food when my church has gone on missions trips to Mexico, and they have
okay.
Really what's so funny?
I'm just sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you, but Jimmy's just saying your dinners are mayonnaise and guilt. Damn. He's out of here. You're finished, Jimmy.
When we've gone to Mexico, though, they have a cook there, like, from who's local, like, comes into the orphanage and that we would work at and would make us, like, the whole, like, she would cook for us throughout the week, and man, it was really good. But it's like, whenever I have, like, Mexican food here, it just doesn't taste the same. Like, the stuff
the real stuff.
Like, like, authentic. Okay. She made mole. You ever have mole?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I will say, this is a very hot take. I do not like beans in general. So, like, refried beans, everyone fucking loves refried beans.
Not me.
I can't stand their texture. It is just like mush, and I understand it's meant to, like, keep everything together to an extent and also add flavor. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm actually with you on that one, 100%. It's not. I can eat it like if I can mix it with some stuff, but I'm not. If given the choice, like just give me some black beans, you know. And even then, like certain beans, like I gotta have like black beans. I'm not a big fan of like kidney beans or pinto beans or even like, chickpeas or whatever. Refried guilt, Keaton says. How do you like your guilt? All in one piece or refried in a mushy, kind of gritty paste. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm with you though. I don't. Sorry, I don't know how. I didn't know how to react to that. I'm like,
It's okay.
I was like, okay,
okay. Moving on.
But no, I don't know what else to say. It's hard. It also is hard to see since I can't see chat tonight.
Yeah.
Fucking internet is driving me up all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
No,
mother-in-law
she made
off.
like mole. She would make like. Yeah, right. She's gonna be here at least the rest of the week. So, yeah. But yeah, so I've had like authentic Mexican food. I don't know. It's every time I have it. Otherwise, it's just fine, and it's never something I crave. Like there's sometimes like you can tell which foods you really like because you crave it periodically.
Yeah.
I would say like I've already said before I'm a really picky eater, and so I joke around that my opinion on food is wrong because I like so little things.
Yeah.
And it's not entirely wrong because it's just like I don't know if it was healthy to do. I know I can't do, but if it was healthy to do so, I would subsist off of only pizza and hoagies.
Oh my god.
Those would be my 3 food group.
That,
That's it. That's all I would need.
wait, 3 pizza, hoagies, and what's the third? Guilt.
Hot wings.
Oh, hot wings. Okay, I think you cut out when you said that. Speaking of, Keaton says, I'm spending Mother's Day at a furry con. I will literally eat guilt for breakfast. And then Jimmy says, guilt does pair well with mimosas. This is true. Now, Keaton, is your mom the type to like guilt trip you about that? Or, is it like a whatever thing? Because mine would be like, oh, well, I guess you just have more interesting things to do than come see your poor mother who lives all alone. I guess you just hate me. Sometimes I just want to be like, yes, I do. Like, just to see her reaction. Like, because she tries to, like, play these little games. Like, oh, you never call me. I guess you just forgotten all about me. And you probably, like, won't even know if I'm ever dead. Or, you probably just, like, don't even think about me. Like, what if you lean into that and are just like, yeah, no, I don't think about you. Which isn't true, obviously. But, like, what do you want me to say to that? That impression. That's my mom. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to trigger you with that, Keaton. I think we may have the same mom. We may be siblings from another nibbling. Whatever that means. Josh has face palmed more times this episode than I've ever seen him. And I've just made him play fighting games for like 7.5 hours.
I don't know why, but like I'm enjoying this, but for some reason it's just working on me tonight. And I keep doing them. I'm not. It's not like I'm not like cranky about it. Yeah. It's just like for some reason it's just I'm going right to face palms tonight. Don't know what's going on. I guess I'm a little punchy.
That's fair. It's a punch. I'm just feeling a little. I'm just ready to punch. I'm just give me rock'em sock'em robots. Jimmy says, "Don't guilt the yiff." I'm working here. Yeah, just copy and paste that to your mom, Keaton. That's all you need to say. Yeah, I'm sorry. With the coin joke, I was like jokingly, deliberately trying to get under your skin to be annoying, but I was mostly playing off of the delay because it was like as soon as you heard me, there's like a 5-second delay. Like, do you get it? So I will also tone it down because I know I can get agitated and punchy sometimes too. So
you like I said, you've been. I'm just a little tired tonight. Like the puns, I think are just not like hidden
Yeah.
the way they usually do. And I'll be honest, the Dimebag pun wasn't good.
What? It's a literal dime bag.
No, because there's nickels and pennies in it. There's
Okay.
not
Gotta use your
a
imagination.
single dime.
Um,
Use my imagination for the physical thing that's in front of me.
yeah. It's a buffalo bag, Jimmy says. It also did look like it was
There
kind
you
of
go.
because of your like
Filled with hot wings.
yeah. Oh God. Hot wings and coins. But like because of your
Ugh.
camera getting a little crunchy, like when you held it up, it did kind of look like a little bag of weed or something. I was like, oh my God, it's a dime bag. And here I am just explaining the joke again. That'll definitely make it funnier. Let me move on. The other thing, you laugh about it now.
Well, I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing at the fact that like the thing that you just said, like explain the joke, it'll make it funnier.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
Well, speaking of D&D, now that we're off of the D&D topic, something I experienced for the very first time.
S&M?
No, that's a pretty regular occurrence. Probably shouldn't have shared that.
Oh, okay.
No. Whew. Anyway, no. I'm embarrassed now. Hey,
Why?
Sometimes I just gotta come home, take off my belt, give it a crack, and it's business time. Anyway, that's far too much. I've shared far too much. Let me move on once again. So I experienced something. Speaking of wholesome and D&D, Keaton's like, sorry, the clues were already there. We all knew. Yeah, anytime both of us are on stream, we have to like try to keep it contained. God, I'm at a crossroads right now of like really wanting to lean into it in a really ridiculous way, and also just like, oh my God, get this behind me. So I'm gonna try the latter. I experienced something D&D related that I've been wanting to. I listened to episode 0 of The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One.
Yo, you did?
Yes. Have you listened to that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I listened to most of the first season actually. I think I think I listened to the entire first season. And I took a break because I binged it over the course of like 2 weeks.
Yeah. D&D podcasts are easy to get burned out on quick because it's a lot. But no, I listened to, so episode 0 is the like, I guess, prequel, like where they're all kids and like they're meeting each other for the first time, or two of them meet.
Yes.
Abria and Erica's characters meet. And then Lou's character is just kind of like off in the woods. It is so wondrous. Like the way I don't know if it's, and I'm sure you'll tell me because I haven't listened to any like Dimension 20 or anything really where Brendan Lee Mulligan is the GM, but the way that he describes, the way that he paints a picture in the theater of the mind is just so different than anything I've heard. Like it's so flowery and feels really intentional, and it felt kind of cozy, and I just kept thinking wondrous. Like this is so, it's full of wonder. It is wonderful. And some of the language that he would choose, like some you could kind of tell was written because he's setting the stage, but then like he would play off of something that one of the characters had said and then talk about it and respond in such a like eloquent way, and just a really beautiful evocative way. And I was sucked in immediately, and I cried really hard at this little setup episode that's like not even the main content.
Especially like Ursulon's story arc. Ursulon or Lou as Ursulon,
Yeah.
his like story arc in that opening episode. I don't know, man. Like how he because from what I remember, I'm amazed I still remember. I believe the setup that because correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm 99.9% certain this doesn't spoil anything because it was from the first episode. It's where Ursulon sees a human for the first time, and it's
Yes.
like a knight that gives him like a pauldron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he's like wrestling with his siblings, trying to get like this mushroom, and then he finds this little clearing, and he comes out, and he's seeing, and the knight comes over and talks to him, and I remember he says something like, Ursulon doesn't know what this word is, knight, and he's kind of cocks his head at it, and he's like, and the way that Brennan describes what a knight is to this knight character, he says something along the lines of, many people think being a knight is this, and he shows him his sword, and he goes, it's not, it's actually this, and he shows him his shield, and he says it's not that we are strong in that we kill and take, we're strong because we protect, like that type of thing. Like a knight is a shield, not a sword. And I just like, so that line got me. But the one that had me bawling was when like the whole sequence of Abria's character being sent away to this cottage, like from her parents, and talking about like she's feeling so small, and she's holding her broken glasses in her hands, and she's fidgeting with them, and the mom is like, they describe the parents, and the dad is soft and the mom is stone, and like wiping like the snot from her nose onto like her mom's like cloak or whatever, and then her mom giving the cloak and saying like, a great wizard has blessed you, blessed me with this gift, and that's the way that he just talks about magic is just so like Ghibli-esque. I'm hesitant to like connect it to something that already exists, but like
especially with Erica's character's storyline.
Yes.
Like you'll see it especially in the first episode where like because it flashes forward pretty quickly. I won't say anything more than that. That's literally all I'm going to say. Because you do find out more about, man, I think I listened to it last year and really, really loved it. And I forget which episode I was in the middle of, but it's hard to remember all the, I'm like parts of the story are coming back to me. The first season is phenomenal. Like it ends on a really good note. Or a really engaging note. I don't remember if it was a cliffhanger or not, but it's really, really good.
I didn't know there was more than one season. I got into
it. Dude, there's a lot.
Really?
Hold on, I will go to my podcasting app right now, my Podcast Addict, and I'll double check it. But because what's their we on another right now they have a new campaign called Silvery, which I have not listened to it all yet. But The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One, I've listened to the first 14 episodes. That pretty much wrapped up season 1. Okay. Oh, actually, no, it was a break within season 1, so I haven't finished season 1.
Wow,
I think.
And 14 episodes of like what, 2-3 hours? Like they're so long.
Yeah, there's like some are 24 minutes, but most are like they get shorter after a while. Like the last handful of episodes were like an hour and 15 to an hour and 45. But yeah, so let me see. The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One, it goes until episode. Wow, there is a lot. There's over 50 episodes of The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One.
Wow. That's absurd. I love the
then finally season 2 started 7 months ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm just checking with that. Yeah. The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One was a big thing that Brendan had together, and I'll on Brendan once you're done talking. I'm glad you enjoyed the first episode.
Yeah, it was excellent. I mean, obviously, I cried heavily at that first one, especially at Bria's part. And I loved the Um, we were talking about another thing yesterday because I was playing Star Wars. We were talking Star Wars. The Star Wars audiobooks, like everything, Disney and onward, are excellent. I've talked about them before. They're all like audio productions. Like there's music and sound effects and voice effects. Like droid characters have like little digital effects over them. You hear lightsabers whooshing and stuff blowing up and blaster fire and music and stuff and ambient noise. And I love that they do that in this. I don't know if it's something that continues, but they do it in this prequel episode. And I can only imagine the amount of time and effort that it takes to edit and put all this music in and these sound effects and stuff and vocal effects. And, if somebody's far away, they'll sound far away or muffled because, she's got her face buried in her mother's cloak. It sounds muffled. And I love stuff like that. It reminds me of, and these guys need more love. I have to look and see if maybe they've blown up since then because they deserve to. I haven't listened to any of their stuff for probably like 3 years, but I've talked about them before. 20-Sided Stories. If you guys want some digestible, short, quality over quantity tabletop content, 20-Sided Stories has some incredible 20-Sided Stories, Keaton, thank you. There's like, they do one-offs, like their Pokemon series is one of like the best things I've ever listened to. They have a Halo one shot. They did a Dragon Ball Z one shot. The Halo one shot is actually hilarious. But they play in like different universes. But the one that I would recommend the most is their Pokemon one. But they do the same thing where it's like if they're in a cave, it sounds echoey and you can hear like drips dropping and like it'll be like Charmander use flamethrower and you'll hear like a boom, like huge like flame effect. And they kind of fast forward the gameplay part of it, and they cut out like the math and the quote unquote boring stuff if you find that boring, which sometimes I do, and it's just the action and the characters, and it's very, very funny and very, very heartfelt. They find a really good balance, they're excellent. But I got turned on to Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One because I came across a content creator or whatever, a TikTok where somebody was like, this podcast, regardless of whether you're into D&D, regardless if you're into anything nerdy, he was like, this is one of the best pieces of media, literary masterpiece, like one of the best pieces of media he's ever experienced ever. And I was like, okay, I think I'll check that out then. And I've been meaning to. It's been saved in my YouTube watch later for a long time, and I finally had a lot of time at work where I was doing something that I didn't need a whole lot of brain power for, and listened to that, banged it out, went to the bathroom to cry at work, and then it was a little bit of I listened to here where I could cry freely.
Yeah,
and it was amazing. I'm excited to listen to more, even though it's astonishingly lengthy in time.
It's fast though, and it's incredibly engaging stuff. Like the whole show, what I listened to so far, I'm like I said, I'm 14 episodes in. Really, really great. Dimension 20, Brennan doesn't get to stretch out as much as with this because Dimension 20, since it's made for TV, the panes are smaller. In this, he has a lot more time to really let it breathe and really like expand on the universe that he's been creating. Versus Dimension 20, while still like he's still really good at what he does. It's the fact that he does have to kind of rein himself in a little bit because the series, unless it's like a mainline entry, they're about 10 episodes long, which don't get me wrong, they're long. They're like 2 to 3 hour episodes.
Yeah.
But like you have to do the whole story in that versus compared to what you see in what he's doing in Critical Role right now, what he's been doing in The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One, or the Worlds Beyond. Like he has to kind of parse it out a little bit more. He has to be a little bit more He has to make more hard decisions. He can't really like let it breathe and like really kind of let the whole kind of world and story kind of flow out type of.
Yeah.
I will say Brendan Lee Mulligan, I think he is not to Matt Mercer, because Mercer's obviously an excellent DM. Like I haven't watched all of Critical Role, even like the first season, the Vox Machina season. I haven't watched or listened to all of that.
That's great.
Or the show for that matter.
The show's excellent. Highly recommend it.
But
I stopped listening to the second campaign because the animated version of the show was about to come out, and I was like, maybe instead of 100 hours, I'll just watch the show.
yeah. But like what I have listened to of Critical Role with Matt as the DM, while Matt's really good, I think Brennan is better at painting a picture. I do think that Matt feels a little bit more conversational. Like Brennan, don't get me wrong, he's conversational, but like Matt feels a little bit more. It feels more like your D&D, like your friends playing D&D. Brennan feels like a star playing D&D, and neither one is better than the other. They're just different. It depends on the vibe that you want to go for. I think that Brennan, Brennan Lee Mulligan is the best example I think I've ever seen of a person sorry, I'm trying to find a way to explain this best. When I was in college going to school for video game design and simulation, I will never forget that the one thing of like, in order to start making video games, you have to stop playing them. And he doesn't even mean just like in the literal sense, like stop playing them so you can go and physically make them. He also meant like you need to read. You have to stop having video games be the only source of your reference.
Yeah.
Of your only reference point. You need to experience tons of different types of media, content, and art and literature and all this stuff, because that is how you become a well-rounded person. Shout out to my buddy Rick Firestone. We had a whole talk about this on his Outer Wilds episodes over on his podcast for Pixel Project Radio. Same thing. Brendan Lee Mulligan is one of the most well-read individuals I've ever listened to in any art form. And when you watch him do improv, he is a Rolodex of literary references, of movie references, pop culture references. He is well-read on a variety of different things, and he's able to maintain his individuality while also being able to be a chameleon, adapt to almost any group of people that he's in. I don't know, I can't say for that sure, but in general, like he's extremely well read on so many different things. And I think because he was a comedy improv teacher for a number of years before, I don't know exactly the timeline in which this was. What did this happen before College Humor or during College Humor? But like before Dropout, I don't know what all the timeline of that is. But I think because he has a background at in conjunction with the fact that he's been DMing since he was like 10 years old. His mind is just wicked sharp, wicked fast.
Yeah.
He can come up. He can rattle off and make it sound rehearsed. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff that obviously he's prepared, but you're a lot of stuff that like he says in like 20 and with the Witch and Wild one, where it's like, it's crazy. For prime example, in the first season of Dimension 20, which was Fantasy High, kind of like, John Hughes meets like classic fantasy type of thing.
I have some friends that are real into that.
There's a whole rant. It's a good series. I finished it, but it's a really good series. But one of the characters, one of the players, he obviously, since he's playing everybody else, he has to do a voice for one of their for their parent, and their parent, I believe, is like a pirate or something like that. Or something, and he goes, listen, if I forget why he goes on this rant, but he has a whole rant about how, listen, kids, laws are just threats made by the government.
Yeah.
And And he went on a whole like rant. It sounded so articulate while also being in a pirate voice. It was just super fun.
Yeah, I think
So
I've
yeah,
heard
I
that
just
clip.
Brennan Lee Mulligan, I think, is probably one of the best, best, just funniest, smart, most clever and intelligent improvisers as he in turn DMs. I can't say for all DMs. I haven't watched a lot of live play stuff, but from the live comedy that I've taken over the last couple of years, like, he's one of the best at it. He's incredibly smart, incredibly funny, and man, I would love to sit down and learn to like beer and have a beer with him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you there too. I can't stand beer. It just tastes like, I don't know, shit. It just tastes like piss.
It
Yeah.
does. I'll drink a fruity drink with him. I'll have an appletini.
Oh, totally. And I bet he would too. I love a fruity drink. Give me like a Sex on the Beach. Give me a freaking like fuzzy navel or whatever. I don't care. It's good stuff. I like a whiskey sour. That's my go-to is like a whiskey sour. Or a Di Serono. Give me a Di Serono in the rocks. Give me a Di Serono and Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I not that I again need something of that time investment to listen to, but I am excited to listen to more.
It's very good, man. I love that podcast. Also, so evocative. Like it really tweaks that Narnia lover in like that's deep inside of me. The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One. The
Yeah.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yep.
Like it's very similar.
Yeah, it feels like it's kind of playful, in a way. Like that's why I was kind of getting Ghibli vibes from it. I don't know if that'll continue or if that was just because they were kids, but yeah, maybe it escalates as I feel like it should.
I would say there's still some Ghibli-esque vibes, but the tonally no, but in terms of like no, like it's like this is like Ghibli gone dark.
Yeah. Okay.
you know.
Yeah. God, I talk about it all the time, but I want to either play or run an Obojima campaign so bad. I think we were talking about that yesterday too. Like, it's D&D, but in Studio Ghibli. A little Ghibli, a little Zelda. I think we were talking about this. I've talked about this multiple times, but it's like a kind of semi-modern world where you wizards get potions from vending machines, and like it's just so quirky, and scrolls are on like cassette tapes wound up. Like, I love it. But yeah, that I only have one more thing. It is a beautiful book, Jimmy says. I gotta get it. The art is so cool. There's a girl on a freaking giant shark skeleton flying in the sky. Like it's a lot of boxes for me. Like I need to get it, if for nothing else than to just look through it and be inspired. But I've never wanted to GM a game so bad than when I found out about this. Like I want to craft a little story to live in, but I also want to play in the world. Like I want to make a character too. So such is the curse.
I mean, technically, you could make a character and just have it be one of the NPCs.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times they'll, in D&D games that I've played and listened to, NPC we try to enlist the NPC characters to join us on fights because they're too difficult for our low leveled asses. But but yeah, that's something I experienced. I only really have one more. Anything else you experienced this week?
Not really. Just gonna share real quick something I picked up over the weekend. I got Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box for the DS.
Have you played any of those?
Uh, I'm in the process of replaying Professor Layton in the Curious Village because I want to.
Okay.
I have an open episode slot in like early June, and I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, I'm in the mood to play Layton, so
Yeah.
I'm replaying the Curious Village for the first time in probably like 7 or 8 years.
I love that game. I need to pick up where I left off because I love that series. I played all of them up to when they started being exclusive for the 3DS, because I didn't have a 3DS at the time, but now that I do, I say now, I got one like 10 years ago. I want to pick those up again. Those games are so fun and quirky. And the soundtrack of that first one, I used to listen to all the time. All the time. I love that game.
Great soundtrack. I have 3 Layton games. I have the original, I have Diabolical Box, and I have the Unwound Future.
Yes.
I do not own any of the 3DS ones. For a while, I don't know if they still are, but the to get.
The what?
This guy was only like $18. I can't quite get all the stickies off. They were expensive.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me yet?
Yep.
Okay. It's all over the place. It's like I literally just checked my says it's over 1,000 milliseconds for the ping. And now it's down to 700. Now it's down to 73.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying? Like, there's no
ping-ponging.
Something. My internet is fine. It's just not consistent. I don't understand why it's not consistent. The only thing I can think of is because my rig is like over a decade old and I need to desperately upgrade it. That's the only thing I can think of.
I feel like every time this happens, you say that your mother-in-law is there, and I think you were saying she's probably streaming stuff too, so it might just be taking up bandwidth.
Yeah, but like the thing is like this has happened even when she's not here, just not as frequently. I because we've had the video issue. The video actually has not been as bad as it has been other times.
Yeah, it's been okay. Yeah, sometimes
I can't see what the stream is, but like
yeah, sometimes you go like 1 bit.
Like it's some like right now I can tell it's a little glitchy. Like there's like weird frame rates on mine, but like it'll go back to being normal and then it'll go back. So I don't know. I think maybe there's something up with my computer because my computer is old. Like the motherboard is over a decade old. The graphics card's even older than that. And I want to upgrade desperately, but I just don't have, especially for how PC parts are right now. So my next big investment with Patreon money, now that the James Bond game collector's edition has been purchased and it's coming out in like less than 20 days. I can't wait.
I just saw a trailer for it. I was like, I'm getting more and more excited for this the more I see about this game.
It looks fantastic. I mean, I've barely watched any trailers because I like to go into games with as little information as if there's a game. Let me put it this way: if it's a game I'm on the fence about, then I will look at trailers. I'll get a vibe of it. If it's a game I already know I'm going to buy day one for whatever reason, like it's because I'm a fan of the series, because it's something I've been looking forward to. This is an IP I really love. I'd rather not know, because say the game sucks, then I'd rather just go into it with no expectations. If I go into it with high expectations and it sucks, that's going to be more of a bummer. If I go into it with low expectations, I think that's even worse because it's more like self-defense. Like I just don't want to be let down. This, at least, if I go in with just neutral expectations, like I think I'm going to like this. I feel like I'm going to, but I don't want to know too much because I want to be as surprised as possible with anything that gets thrown at me with this. I did the same thing with the Bluey video game when that finally came out, because me and Bluey, and so if there's a game that I know I'm going to buy, just because I avoid everything, coverage, I avoid spoilers, or not obviously spoilers, but I avoid trailers, I avoid everything I possibly can. The only thing I've looked into for this new Bond game is the title sequence, because they got Lana Del Rey to do the song for it.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I do it with movies too. Like I'll watch like a trailer, or something's like you said, something that I know I'm gonna want to watch. I will watch less I'll watch less coverage for it, because like you said, you want to be more. I used to like deep dive. Like I remember when the first Assassin's Creed was announced, the concept sounded so cool. I did like the deepest dives trying to find every little scrap of information about this game and the systems that they were making, because it was all like new and revolutionary at the time. and I found so much, and then it made the wait for the game so much harder because I still had to wait like freaking a year, or maybe even longer. I wrote a book report about the like the real Hashashins, like from the Middle East, because I was so excited about this game, and I just like looked into like who they really were and all this stuff. And this was obviously, I was in high school at the time, because I think it came out in 2008. So I think I wrote a report in 2007, my senior year of high school, or maybe it was like 2008, my first year of college. But yeah, I freaking wrote a book report on the Assassins. And nowadays I'm like, I don't want to see, if I see like a trailer that gives me enough of an idea about it that's like, yeah, I'm interested, I'll be like, I'm good. I just want to play it. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know that there's a big freaking boss fight or whatever. Yeah, that's definitely something that my tastes have developed as I've gotten older. I've also, like, probably because freaking like you were saying, all the Star Wars stuff and all the Marvel stuff coming out, like, it's hard to keep up with all the trailers sometimes. Like, I'm gonna see the new Avengers movie, like, even if I'm kind of like lukewarm on Marvel stuff right now, like, I'm gonna see it, so I don't need to watch a trailer for it, and I don't want to. And I know they're really good about hiding stuff, in trailers, to the point where they'll like actually edit characters out of the shot or in to the shot to throw you off, just for the trailers. But like, there's a movie coming out, a new Guy Ritchie film, and it has two of my like celebrity crushes, which are Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill. And I was like, oh my god, Guy Ritchie with these two? I'm there day one. I don't even need to. I got halfway through like the TikTok ad, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna see it. Guy Ritchie makes good films, and I like these two guys. Although I've been burned before, because my actual Henry Cavill was with my actual number one crush, celebrity crush, which is Bryce Dallas Howard, in a movie called Argyle, and that movie was booty hole, unfortunately. I was so let down. Sam Rockwell too. Even Sam Rockwell couldn't save that movie. That was a big clump of words.
Oh yeah, I just looked up the reviews for Argyle. Wow, that got like trashed.
Yeah, it could have been so good. I love Bryce Dallas Howard. I love Henry Cavill. The concept was really cool, and there's a twist at the end that undermines the entire concept of the movie. And I was like, what are we doing here? This is the dumbest shit ever. Anyway, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is a great movie. Watch that one instead. Well, we got to talk about James Bond. I think we were... Did we get off track of what you wanted to share?
Nope, I already did. It was the Professor Layton Diabolical Box.
Yes.
You had one last thing to share.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned before that I beat the first ending of this game, and I did it on stream, and now I have since off stream beat the second and third true ending of Armored Core 6. And man, if I thought I liked that game before, diving even deeper into this game while playing it and after playing it, like, it's a FromSoft game, so I know you love this about these games, but a lot of the lore is not upfront. There's a lot of like hidden stuff, and then when you look at like context clues, there's a creator named Vati Vidya who does not need my help. They get a ridiculous amount of views all the time, and I always watch their analyses on FromSoft games, because they pick up little things where it's like, oh yeah, you remember this mech that you fought in this one mission? Well, you find his, like, if you go around this bend here, you find his mech like destroyed, and there's a note to this other character, and if you cross-reference that with this like other note that you find from this other character, it actually like explains like, oh, this was actually secretly going on. And it's never anything like hugely plot related. It's just little rich details of this world, and these videos are edited so beautifully, and even to the the point of where he'll hire animators to make little animatics showing what's happening in like audio logs and things like that are only auditory, which I think is super cool. And just like tying in all these story threads, explaining the 3 different endings, like they're incredible. I highly recommend, if anyone is into FromSoft games and you somehow haven't found a Vati video, that's a lot of V's, check them out. But I digress. The third ending of Armored Core 6 is nuts. It is just nuts and very cool, and surprisingly not the most difficult one. I had the most difficulty with the first ending. Maybe it's just because I've gotten better at it. But it continues to be a ton of fun, a gorgeous game. It rewards player expression in the different parts that you can put on these robots, and it's high speed, high octane, ridiculous action, where it's a FromSoft game that doesn't feel like one because it's so fast. I guess Sekiro is pretty fast too, especially compared to the Soulsborns. But yeah, I loved it. It's maybe, actually not maybe, it's definitely my second favorite game I played this year under Astrobot. I don't think it'll get as high of a ranking. I don't know if it's going to hit that 9 like Astrobot for me, but it's probably not going to be under an 8.5. I'll have to really think about it. But yeah, loved it. If Josh, if I think you were to get into any FromSoft game, I think this might be the one. It's, I think, the most accessible and the one that's least like Dark Souls.
Well, it's because it's not a Soulsborne game.
Yeah,
it's a FromSoft game. There's Soulsborne is the genre now that FromSoft created.
Yeah, and like Sekiro is kind of like in between the two. Like Sekiro feels like Ninja Gaiden disguised as Soulsborne. I don't know if I guess I would technically still call that a Soulsborne, but it feels way different than like a Dark Souls. Jimmy just says, "Do it." I love that. That's just the code now for
no rants tonight.
Keaton says, "I tried Dark Souls. It's like,
I mean, I could probably find one in me."
Yeah, I don't think you have to dig that deep. Keaton says, "I tried Dark Souls. It's like ice cream on a pizza to me. Things I love that. Oh, you love them separately but not together. Okay, that's fair. It's not for everyone. It's sometimes it's not even for me.
That's actually a really good description.
Yeah, I like that. There are something like I often,
because there's stuff. Yeah,
I often liken it to.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not saying that Dark Souls is my favorite game, not by a long shot, but I liken it to my favorite band, which is Tool. And I know I will never argue with anybody that says they don't like Tool, because they're tough to get into. They're very weird. The songs are like 17 hours long. I know that it's not going to be for everyone, but if it gets you and it gets in there, it'll be something that's just like, yup, it's just carving out a space in my brain. Yeah, you're welcome, Keaton. That was on Josh's behalf. You're welcome for that. That was a very astute way to describe Dark Souls. What is the pizza and what is the ice cream in Dark Souls? If you don't mind elaborating, Keaton. Yeah, I highly.
What that would be for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
What would be the pizza and what would be the ice cream? I don't know. I don't know if there is a good comparison with it. I have realized though, and this is not to like this is not a rant. It's just more like one of my ongoing internal analysis of trying to understand myself as to where the extreme distaste comes from. It's just I've realized, it's a genre that I think I should like because it checks boxes of other genres that I really love. But then for some reason here, it just doesn't work for me. And I think that's where, like, I'm always finding little bits here and there, like, okay, this is why. I'm still not 100% there, but, like, that's been the most recent development in my, like, personal analysis of, like, analyzing myself, not analyzing the games, but, like, well, I guess a combo of the two. But, like, analyzing myself, realizing, like, okay, maybe I'm so mad about this because I see, like, why I should like it. and
Yeah.
like it's part of genres. Like I like third person action games. I like melee combat games and stuff like that. Even like Ghost. I know it's not a perfect example, but like Ghost of Tsushima. The only reason I'm referencing that because Dynasty Warriors is a melee combat game, but that is the
Yeah.
farthest thing from like it. That there's you don't need intentionality in that. That's a button mashing
Right.
game. In this, you need intentionality. In Ghost of Tsushima, you also need intentionality in your attacks and stuff like that. So,
Mm.
yeah, there's so many things in these games. I'm like, I like this, I like this, I like this from this genre, I like this genre, I like this genre, and then they put it all together in this, and I'm just like, you lost me. So,
I,
still working on it, still working on figuring out. You did what you mentioned though, Andrew, saying like Armored Core 4, right? 4 was the
6.
number. 6. It was your number 2 for the year so far of games that you played.
Yeah.
It got me thinking, like, what's my number 1 and number 2
Mm.
of the games I've played so far this year? I'm looking at Blue Sky right now,
I have.
and
I came to like a somewhat of a realization, if you don't mind, before we move to that.
yeah.
Also, Keaton says, I like challenging games and games where you have to explore and figure things out, but separately, but those it's not working for them together. Also, I think it had too many stats. The stats. Oh my god, you have to have like a PhD to understand all the stats in a Dark Souls game, or even Armored Core. I felt like it had so many that I was like, I don't know what this does. What's the difference between this and this? And a lot of it's like trial and error. And I could have just probably watched a YouTube video, but I had fun just like putting different pieces on my little model robot and taking it out into the world. I feel like you can experiment a lot easier in something like Armored Core than you can in the Dark Souls games, because you get the wrong build or whatever in Dark Souls and you're kind of like screwed because your stats are something that continuously like Armored Core lets you like put all these parts together and you go into a battle and you're like, oh, I'm dead immediately. I guess I shouldn't have used the rockets or the sword or the freaking nail gun, rail gun, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy says New Dynasty Warriors borrows a lot from the Souls. A little bit more timing and difficulty. See, I like that, like a little bit more. I don't need to play a press square to win game. But yeah, so as you were describing, like it separately checking a lot of boxes for you, but together didn't really do it for you. I realized I don't know if I've ever named this. I know what that is for me. My equivalent of that for me is Splatoon.
Oh,
Yeah, you've got like a really cool like Shibuya punk skater aesthetic.
that art style is very you.
Yeah, and it's like graffiti. It's like kind of pseudo Neo Tokyo. It's like post-apocalyptic. I love like sea creatures, so like they're all squids, and all the like the NPCs are like sea urchins and crabs and stuff. And I love the graffiti aspect of like, I like the idea of like, yeah, you just get ink everywhere, and sometimes you can do the paint roller or the brush, but then it's a like competitive shooter, and I'm like, I really wish that they had just made this, and I think Splatoon 3 has a single player mode, but if they had strictly made that a single player game, it would probably be one of my favorite games of all time. I just hate playing
the first Splatoon game has a single player mode.
I think the first one is just like missions. Like it's just kind of like get to the end of this level. Like
There's a very bare bones story from my understanding. It's been a while since I never beat it.
Yeah,
so.
But I think that the DLC of 2 and 3 in general, I think has a full on single player mode, which I'll have to look more into. But like, yeah, I love everything about Splatoon except playing Splatoon, which makes me so mad because I'm like, I want to like this. Like all of these things are like, yep, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. The music is rad. Like I love the skate culture. I love this Shibuya punk. Like the ink and stuff everywhere. Like it's so cool. But then it's like, oh, but what we're doing is like going and trying to play Overwatch, and I'm like, I don't really want to do that. Like, I don't know. I probably need to just give it another shot. The world is really cool. The characters are cool. The Splatfests are cool. But
the soundtrack is awesome.
Yeah, great soundtrack. It's weird. Like, It's got a very, very distinct voice. It's a bold choice.
Have you ever listened to Game Chops' album Splatoons? Like Splatunes?
I don't think I have.
It's pretty good.
Unless I have, like, inadvertently, because I often just play, like, playlists of Game Chop videos Game Chop songs when I'm working, because those remixes are always great. But I don't know. I don't think I've gone out of my way to listen to that whole thing. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I'll probably listen to it when I go to work tomorrow. Yeah, that's Splatoon is my my Dark Souls, where it's just like all of these things separately are so right up my alley, but then you put them together and the style of the gameplay is just doesn't gel for me.
It can only be your Dark Souls if you get mad that other people like it.
If I ever get close to that, it's only out of jealousy because I want to like it.
I know I'm kind of making fun of myself a little bit here, but that's kind of part of the bit. Yeah, like, I'm mad that it's so popular.
Yeah, you got to be able to laugh at yourself. Yeah, no, I'm not quite at that level, but it does hurt me that I'm like,
you'll get there one day.
Damn. Yeah, when you get to be my age, you are like 4 months older than me. So once I get to your age. Oh wait, no, I think I'm like 4 months older than you. I was in February.
I think you're older than I am.
Yeah. Well,
I just turned 37.
I'm February. You're April?
Yes.
Oh, okay, we're 2 months apart.
Yeah.
When you get to be my old age, you'll understand. You'll like Dark Souls when you're my age, Josh. In 2 months.
I'm already 37, bitch. What are you talking about? We're the same age now.
I know, but that once you in 2 more months, when you reach to the age where I am right now.
Okay, I see what
you need to throw that bitch in there. He is punchy today.
I'm tired.
Do it. Well,
my daughter got run over by my mother-in-law's dog and was not literally run over, like pushed aside into a ladder and was hurt her elbow.
Jesus, you're like, my daughter got run over by it, and I was like, what?
By a reindeer.
Yeah, it happens.
No, my number one game this year, beyond a shadow of doubt, is Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah,
that game made me cry.
Gotta play that.
I would say my number two, like just looking at the list of games that I've played this year, I'm gonna have to say, because I just beat it a few days ago, Control.
Oh, God damn it! I need to play that because the second one looks even better.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really, really good. I will say maybe the Saboteur is up there as well, but Control was I think Control has a better storyline. I do think it suffers a little bit from, like, how can I put this? Like Final Fantasy 13 syndrome, where there's a whole bunch of like proper nouns thrown at you and you don't really understand what's happening.
That's Final Fantasy in general.
I mean, but the other Final Fantasies, they lay out the groundwork for the world for you pretty easily. Final Fantasy 13, they throw you into the deep end.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I play, it's been a while since I played 15, but like 15, like it was, you still have to figure out some stuff, but like you kind of like start to understand like they open the world up to you pretty slowly. 13, like there's so many fucking like proper nouns that they throw at you about like religions and groups and all this other stuff. Like I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Control, it's not as bad as that, but there's lots of moments of like they have a lot of cryptic messaging in the game. For like, which sometimes like I still enjoyed it and it didn't ruin it for me, and I don't think it's bad in this, but sometimes it bothers me when games do a lot of purposely cryptic messaging to like relay story, to like give you an illusion of mystery, when in actuality it's just them being like, no, to the mystery. Instead of letting the mystery speak for itself, they have to manufacture how mysterious it is through through cryptic messages and cryptic, like dramatic line readings that don't make any sense because you don't understand the context, or people, or maybe a character talks in a very weird cadence. I'm not talking about like an accent. I mean like for example, in Control, um, there's this entity called the Bureau, which I still don't even quite understand what they are. Are they a group of people?
Hmm.
Are they like some otherworldly? I'm not quite sure. But when you get messages from them, they'll say like, "You did a good job," slash, and then they'll have some other word like job slash, uh, I don't know, task or something. Like they'll have another word for job, or they'll have another word for it, or they'll have like an alternate meaning. So like, uh, so for example, like there's like I don't know if they say this in the game. I'm just using this as I'm kind of just ad libbing this off the top of my head.
Hmm.
They might say something like "welcome home" slash prison. Like they'll have
Oh,
like it could be this or that, and you don't know. And sometimes they are completely opposite and juxtaposed, and you're like, okay, what are you trying to tell me here?
yeah.
Now, I think it works in Control because I think Control, the world they've built is mysterious enough that adding this is just flavor to it. Like having that crypticness just is flavor to it. It's not a crutch that they rely on
Okay.
to make the world mysterious,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Keaton says a good job slash task slash duty.
Hmm.
It kind of reminds me of like Super
So,
Hot,
but
where
yeah,
it's like there's just something going on behind the scenes that's I assume that like slowly builds up over time, like whatever that entity is. Yeah, that thing is weird, Keaton says. Yeah. I do have to play that. Oh, God.
also no, a good example too. Portal. Portal does a great job of not of like having things be mysterious without
Yeah.
throwing a whole bunch of bullshit jargon at you.
Yep. Yes, Jimmy. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Super hot. Super hot. I say that every time somebody says, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm super hot. Or if it's like something spicy, like, yeah, it's super hot. In my head, I'm going, or sometimes out loud, I'm going super hot. Super. Have you played that, Josh? Or heard of
Uh,
it?
no, I've been meaning to though. I've heard of
Okay.
it. I've heard of it. Yeah,
Instant
it looks
audio
great.
tick. Yeah, I love the whole, like, time only moves when you do thing. I got to play that on stream because I have a freaking VR. Like just it feels like the Matrix. Like you're just slowly bending your head, and it's like bullets are just brushing by you, or like somebody's throwing something, and you slow yourself down so that you can see it coming, and you grab it, and then you shoot this guy, and it's all like these cool like low poly, like early SNES 3D looking graphics, but high fidelity. Um, yeah. Control. So you've played Alan Wake slash Max Payne, right?
I've not played Max Payne, but I have played Alan Wake,
Okay. I
the
know they
first one.
take place in the same universe, so I was wondering if is there anything that's like really overt in Control that's like, that's an Alan Wake reference, or like do characters like show up?
So, have you played Alan Wake? Just to make sure.
No, I've not. I've only I played all the Max Paynes, but zero of the Alan Wakes.
Okay.
So I'm like the opposite of you.
Um. So in Control, like, how can I put
Wait,
this?
wait. Keaton says, "Do you want me to handle this?"
I mean, if you want to, Keaton, you can. That's fine.
Okay.
I just don't. I just don't want to spoil Control for you. That's
Yeah.
all. Like the setup of Control is really cool. Like the what it actually is and what they taught. Like what because you it's it's called the Bureau of Control, and it's this secret government. It's a branch of like the FBI, not the FBI, but something like that. It'd be like
Yeah.
you have the FBI, you have the CIA, and then you have the Federal Bureau of Control, and it's like a department of the U.S. government that's not listed anywhere. It's very secret.
Yeah.
And your character Jesse shows up at the building, and she suddenly, I don't want to spoil anything. They investigate paranormal stuff. I will say that. I'm
Okay.
not going to explain any more than that, but since there is paranormal stuff that happens in Alan Wake, they reference like, oh, we were dispatched to, I forget where Alan Wake takes place.
Okay.
It's in Maine somewhere,
Someplace in
but
the
like
New England. Yeah.
we were yeah, like new the whatever incident, and they reference stuff that happens in Alan Wake.
Okay.
But it's like kind of like something bonus that you have to find by searching. It's not something that just happens.
Oh, okay. Keaton says if you don't get the AWE expansion, no, there's no obvious references. There'll be subtle references, but your experience will not be lessened for not knowing them. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to know. Like, should I? And this is probably why I
Yeah,
haven't.
you don't need to play.
Oh, okay. You don't. I'm weird like that though. I'm like,
No, not at all.
I want to at least. I will probably not play Alan Wake. It's kind of seems kind of too horror-y for me. I
It's not. I don't like scary things, and I was able to handle it.
That's true. Yeah. I probably would be okay, but I'm also just not that interested in them. So I will. Part of why I haven't played Control is because I want to watch all the cutscenes of the Max Paynes again to like refresh myself on those. Because those games are awesome. Holy crap.
They don't even mention Max Payne in Control, from
Weird.
what I remember.
Okay. I for some reason remember hearing that like there's a lot of like payoffs of Easter eggs and stuff that's like, you get that reference because that's a Max Payne thing or that's an Alan Wake thing. But I at least wanted to refresh myself on Max Payne and then fresh myself on Alan Wake before I played it. I just haven't gotten around to doing that. But I love the aesthetic and the whole like brutalist architecture thing is like, kind of a box for me. Psychic powers, just like picking up desks and stuff and throwing them around, and it seems super rad. And the second one looks like, oh my god, okay, so you took this thing that I'm already interested in, that I know I'm gonna like, and you injected like Devil May Cry into it? Like, oh, come on. Stop this.
That makes it worse.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. Is it out? I don't know. Max Payne is not part of the Alan Wake Control universe, to my knowledge. It may be part of a shared multiverse. Oh, okay. I thought they were all like explicitly.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think they were part of the same universe, but I
maybe
didn't know for sure.
Yeah, because there's nothing supernatural in Max Payne, unless you count like bullet time supernatural. God, the physics engine of that third game is unbelievable. It still holds up. Like the way that bullets interact with like bodies and glass, and the way that like somebody will fall if you shoot, depending on where you shoot them. Like, oh my god, they clearly had so much fun with that game, and so did I. Except they somehow had a competitive multiplayer in Max Payne 3 where it was like if there was no one else around you, you could do the slow motion. Like, but I'm like, how, if it doesn't make everyone's game slow, how does the slow motion work? It's very weird. It didn't really work. Every day you go, Keaton says, every day you go without playing Control, you're breaking your mother's heart. Oh no. Well, you know what, Mom? I'm going to a furry con, so think about that.
What, Mom? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off, Mom.
I do what I want.
I do what I want. I yiff when.
You just don't understand me, Mom.
Yeah, I yiff when and where I want, Mom. You don't control me. Control. Anyway. Anything else you experienced or want to chat about before we get to going? I know we're...
Nope, I'm fading, so I think we're good for tonight.
Yeah, I used up most of my energy tonight playing Power Stone with Polisa. We had some like really cool matches in Power Stone, and then she started doing the arcade mode, that like the story mode, which is just it's an old arcade game. Beat every character and then beat the bosses, and she just before we started and had to start her shift on work, beat the ridiculously cheap fighting game final boss, because it's a fighting game and the final bosses are always ridiculously cheap. She did it. She was ready to give up, and it was fucking rad, and I wish we were streaming it because it was super hype. But yeah, we definitely came down after that. I know when we got on the call, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so how's it go?
What just happened? You just cut out.
Oh no, I don't know how much you heard. I was saying Palisa.
I heard much of anything. I don't know.
I was saying Palisa beat Power Stone, the arcade mode, and it was really hard and really cool, and I'm super proud of her.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, because fuck that guy. That final boss is so annoying. And I went back and I watched when I played it on stream, and it took me like 2 hours just to beat that guy. Not only on his fight, but to get up through arcade mode and beat that guy was like 2 hours. Fucking old fighting games, man. Anyway, I will see if there's anyone we can send some love to. Drew is usually streaming on Tuesdays, so maybe I can send y'all to
He
him.
did say starting a bit late tonight, so
okay. Let's see if he or anyone is on. Doesn't look like it. I can send you to someone who probably doesn't need the help, but a somewhat I don't want to call them a friend. I don't really know them. I'll send y'all to post some pics in Josh's Discord. Yeah, enjoy your con, Keaton. I'm gonna send you to a furry, so you may not want to leave yet. I'll send y'all to Cinema Z. They're playing Kirby Air Riders, which just looks fucking awesome as all hell. And they are cool people. So they're a big creator. So like I said, they don't need the help, but I will send y'all to them just to send some love somewhere. All right. It is starting out, and we are G2G. All right. Thank you, Josh, for spending your Tuesday evening with me. Thank you, Jimmy and Keaton.
Always a good time.
Yeah. Thank you, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Drink more water. Go to therapy. Play Armored Core 6. Oh, my God. It's great. Anything else you want to shout out before we...
And Horizon. Just Horizon Forbidden West.
Hell yeah.
Play that game.
Play that, too. I got
more than Armored Core 6.
That's on my list. Well... Now you done it. It probably is. It probably is a better game, but I don't know. I haven't played it.
No, it's tomato, potato.
Yeah, Armored Core, Armored Whore. What's the difference? Anyway, have a good night. Stay frosty. Peace out.
Bye.
Tell Cinema Z I sent ya.